is on the menu here at the Young's house, and I am so excited to show you how to make baked ziti that tastes good. It's so easy to make. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some ground meat. Now, I have an 80-20 ground beef in here, and that's 1 pound. And then I have ground breakfast sausage. Your favorite breakfast sausage, okay? You can use a ground turkey if you want to. All right, so now I have some tomato paste. We're gonna make this sauce nice and rich today. And I have mushrooms. So if you like mushrooms, you can use it, but if you don't, go ahead and leave it out. I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms. You're gonna need a beautiful green bell pepper, a nice sweet Vidalia onion, and we're gonna put some Parmesan into our sauce today. Your favorite sauce, or you're making homemade. This is the one that I like. I love it because it's chunky. It's packed with all kinds of veggies, and you're gonna need some fresh garlic. Listen to me. Not the kind of garlic that's in the jar, that's packed in the oil or the water. Use fresh, because we're gonna do something really interesting with this garlic to make that sauce taste like a boss, okay? And so we have some penne noodles here. All right, we have some seasoning so we can make everything come together and taste good. I got Italian seasoning today. If you don't like it, you can always use some oregano. All right, so now I have some salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder, and some paprika. Make sure your hands are clean. We're making baked ziti here at the Young's house. Hope you all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. Let me hear from y'all. Is baked ziti something you grew up on? Have you ever tasted it, or do you plan on making it? Let me know that after you watch this video, because I think once you see me do the taste test, oh my goodness, you're gonna want to try this. But I want to know, who's ever heard of baked ziti, or have you tasted it? So the first thing that we're gonna do, let's go ahead and add our ground breakfast sausage to our 1 pound of ground beef or your ground turkey. So now we're gonna have 2 pounds so we can have leftovers. You gotta have leftovers, right? So now we're gonna cook this onto a medium heat. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get started chopping up some vegetables. And that's gonna be our green bell pepper and our nice sweet Vidalia onion. We're gonna chop it into medium pieces. And today we're cooking it right in with the meat. And so the bell peppers is gonna bring a gorgeous color to your baked ziti, but it's gonna bring nutrients and flavor, right? So let's go ahead and get started with that. And the onion is going to cook right along with the meat and the bell peppers as well. There are some times where I'll saute the bell peppers and onions and then put it into the sauce, but we ain't doing that today. Bell peppers, they're going right in with the meat, and then we're going to start on that sweet Vidalia onion. This is a huge onion, so I'm not using just a little bit, just enough to taste it, but we don't want to use too much onion and overwhelm the situation, right? Right here amount, this is plenty enough. All right, gorgeous. I love using the sweet Vidalia onions to cook with. They just, to me, they cook up better. They got a nice sweet taste that I absolutely love in all of my recipes. It's going right in. What's the weather like? Where you live at, what's the weather like? The weather is absolutely like stunning right now. The sky is blue and there's not one cloud in the sky. There's no clouds. It's just completely blue. It is so calm and gorgeous, and the flowers are doing well outside. The grass is green and the birds are singing. That's my kind of day. So after I do this, or when I'm taking a break, I'm going outside in the back and I'm going to relax in the weather that I am absolutely loving. Go ahead and season this meat and make it taste good. So 2 times we season the baked ziti. We're going to be seasoning the meat, and then we'll season the sauce with the same seasonings. Okay, so I'm going to go in pretty heavy with the onion and garlic powder on purpose, okay? Just like so. This one's the garlic, I think, and the other one was the onion. All right, let's get us some paprika in there. It's not smoked paprika. All right, we're gonna put us some black pepper in, just like so. Turn this onto a medium-high heat, and let's get that beef well done and those vegetables cooking. There's the salt. Ingredient I almost forgot to tell you all about. You can't make baked ziti without cheese, right? We got some mozzarella. So I'm gonna be using this shredded mozzarella today, and I happen to have some other shredded cheese in there. We might just throw it in, all depends on how I feel, but you're gonna need your favorite cheese. Make sure you're using a cheese that is going to give you that nice cheesy stringy pull, right? And our vegetables cook up, let's talk about our fresh garlic clove. And I'm using a nice size one. So now here's what I like to do. We're going to take the side of the knife and kind of give it a nice whack like that, and it just helps to release the skin off of it, okay? Let me show you. Typically it does. There we go. All right, so we're gonna chop this up, but inside of this pan, I may have about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of just cooking oil. We are gonna make a garlic infused oil. And then we pour this fried crunchy garlic into our sauce with the oil, with the garlic infused oil, and it really amps up the flavor of your pasta sauce. Yes, it does. So it's so good. I do it every time, and I want you guys to do it every time. So now let's go ahead and break down the garlic. We don't want big, huge pieces, right? We're gonna put it into that oil, get it nice and crispy, but here's what's key. You do not want to overcook the garlic. If you overcook it, it gets a real sour taste, okay? So be mindful. Once it's crispy and golden brown, you're good to go. Go ahead and get that garlic right in here. We're going to keep a good eye on it. Like mushrooms like we do, you're going to put you some in there. I drained the can, or you could even use fresh. Let's go ahead and take this little handy dandy tool here. We're going to break the meat down and the ground breakfast sausage that I love. Let's go ahead, chop it down. We don't want big pieces, right? These are penne noodles that we're cooking today. I've salted the water, and we're gonna cook these penne noodles for 11 minutes only. 11 minutes is gonna cook them to perfection. Show you all the garlic and what it should look like. It's nice, it's crispy, golden brown. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off right now so it doesn't overcook. There, our meat is doing exactly what we want it to do. I'm gonna continue to chop it down here in a couple minutes. I'm gonna take a colander and I'm gonna drain it free from this oil. We don't want that extra oil. You don't wanna have to digest it. Meat and vegetables has been drained. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down to just like a low heat. And we're gonna put our spaghetti sauce in. Your favorite sauce, all right? I love this one, y'all, because it's a thick sauce. I'm not a fan of a watery, spaghetti sauce. This one is always thick. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mix it in. Let's start off with a jar and a half for the 2 pounds of meat. Get it nice and mixed in, just like so. Now we're gonna put about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of the tomato paste. When you decide that you're gonna put tomato paste into some type of red sauce or a tomato sauce, it really amps up the flavor and it makes it so rich. Now it'll start off as a clump like this, but don't worry, because as it cooks, it'll blend all in, okay? So just kind of go ahead and season up our ziti sauce. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put some Parmesan cheese in if you want to. I'm gonna put some salt in. Okay, we're going in pretty heavy with the garlic and onion powder. Even though we have fresh garlic and fresh onion, still do it if you want the flavor, right? And I want the flavor. We're gonna put us some black pepper, and I like Italian seasoning in mine. So now, when I make any kind of red sauce, I'm always going to put a pinch or two of sugar in there. You can decide if you want to or you don't have to. Growing up at my house, my dad would always say, put a little bit of sugar in there to balance out the acidity in the tomato. Yes, it does give it a great taste, not a sweet taste, because we're not using that much to make it sweet. We're going to give it umami flavor. Go ahead and put that sugar right in. Just that little bit. Now don't forget about your garlic infused oil. We want all that crunchy garlic going in, right? And then I'm going to use most of the oil. That right there is what's going to set this sauce amongst all the others. And I'm telling you, it is good. Now would be the perfect time to go ahead and put our drained penne noodles right in and kind of balance it out. You don't want too many noodles and a little bit of sauce, or you don't want a lot of sauce and not enough noodles, right? So start by putting some in, and then we're gonna give it a mix around and see how balanced it is, okay? We definitely need more noodles, okay? And we're gonna be using mozzarella today. That mozzarella and provolone is always gonna give you that cheesy pull that we all love. Oh yeah, because it's going to show you what it's looking like before we load it with mozzarella. Get this right into our pan. This is a 9 by 13, and we're gonna bake it in the oven uncovered on 350 degrees, just really until that cheese gets nice and, melty. So let's go ahead and do this together. Wow, that pan is super heavy. Oh my goodness, my family is all excited. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, I was excited to make this for them. They deserve it. Look at this. Oh, I'll be serving this baked ziti today with some nice crusty Italian bread. I may put some butter on it, but I'm also making a lovely Caesar salad, a fresh homemade Caesar salad. So I'm excited about that. Let's get this nice and melted. Take a look at this. I know, spectacular. And it was so easy to make. If you enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up. Tell the world what Gina Young's doing in its kitchen every single day. And Father, on today, we thank you for this meal, your hedge of protection, your love time, your mercy, and your understanding. And Father, I thank you for what you've already done and what you're getting ready to do. Amen. Stay tuned if you want to see me taste a tiny bit, because I want to sit down with my family, you know. But look at this, y'all. This is what you call baked ziti. Oh my goodness, the cheese. Oh, just what I'm looking for. Let's taste. My whole house smells amazing right now. Oh, and guess what? The flavor is there. Mmm.